legit. Anything you want.
Here's how Tron, TRX, has proved its critics wrong. At the time when Tron was created, the cryptocurrency received lots of criticism. Initially, many thought the project would be a failure and won't last that long. Most crypto enthusiasts also believe that Tron would vanish under impracticable codes. It doesn't end there. When Tron unveiled its interest to take responsibility for creating a decentralized web, which is the primary goal of Tron, it really wasn't easy for Justin Sun and his team, as they were criticized as a blockchain without no product. But were these critics correct? Tron has answered all its critics. It was discovered that Tron had plagiarized its white paper from Ethereum. People began to label Tron as a failure. Nonetheless, Tron has been very lucky in the cryptosphere. Its initial coin offering was held in September 2017, and it came at the time when cryptocurrency was beginning to gain fame, thus, offering the cryptosphere more than $500 billion by the end of the year. At that time, Tron, the cryptocurrency initially labeled as a failure, recorded a meteoric sale of $70 million. After releasing its press release, Tron increased from 4 cents to 30 cents in just a few weeks. Since then, it has attracted a lot of investors in the crypto market today, and even now, it is still doing a relatively good job, considering the bloodbath that crypto market has been seeing from time to time this year so far. We do know that it is a normal phenomenon for a digital asset to undergo hefty disapprovals on the part of its community. One can clearly see that with Cardano, ADA, and Ripple, XRP. It was said that Cardano was bought by some people with no future promises of realistic profits, which is wrong. Ripple, on the other hand, received lots of critics on the number of fintech companies that have really adopted its products. Even though critics and misinformation have given tough time to Tron, the blockchain firm's answers have proved to be worthwhile. Talking about some of its most recent successes, the cryptocurrency acquired BitTorrent, and it is also working on new projects such as the Project Atlas. Tron's mainnet and its virtual machine. Tron's mainnet was created to gain independence from Ethereum and for developers to get the avenue to develop dApps, decentralized applications, on Tron's network. The mainnet was launched on May 31 this year. As Global Coin Report reported at that time, Tron's mainnet didn't bring a surge to its price, which may be because the publicity around it was over. During that period, it seemed Tron needed to work more to attain investors' prospects. Also, Tron's virtual machine was launched recently, but it still hasn't surged its price. Credit goes to the whole crypto market stip. At the moment, Tron's investors are discarding the misinformation and inadequacies, but looking at its long-term visions. Tron's surge and dips. The long-term prospects haven't evidenced its value yet. At the time of writing, Tron is priced at $0.01752 and ranked number 13 according to CoinMarketCap. Not too long ago, Tron was labeled as one of the most used cryptocurrencies on 200+ online stores according to Bitcoin Superstore. Consequently, the crypto has received lots of attention lately, even though it allegedly erred by plagiarizing its psycho. Not to forget, Tron's Reddit community has more than 65,000 users currently. With all that in mind, Tron is set to recover soon. All we need do is to wait and see what will occur before the year closes. If the market recovers well, the coin might follow suit efficiently, but it won't surge alone, as it can't as of now at least. Tron, TRX, is about to break out. Don't sell it just yet, not at all. Tron's TRX's price has been stuck lately despite all of the fantastic developments and milestones that the Tron project has achieved over the last 2 months. But this is mainly due to the enormous influence Bitcoin has over the cryptosphere, and it's been doing poorly lately. The whole market has been under the bear's hug for a while now, except the last couple of days, and it has nothing to do with Tron, TRX. As the market has turned green in the last couple of days, many speculators have been thinking about selling Tron, TRX, as they think this is the high time they can save themselves from losing their money. Those are the ones who think they picked a wrong coin. The current situation is an excellent opportunity for those who don't own any TRs to get some, and those who do already hold some TronX coin should keep them. Yes, don't sell because it is just the beginning and Tron is about to explode, and I'll explain to you why. Let's start with the most straightforward reason, market mechanics. During the market's last bullish run, Tron achieved a historical high of 23 US cents. It's now 2 US cents, which is almost 15% of its maximum value. That alone is enough to suspect that, in the next bullish run, TRX has a lot of room to recover, and it probably won't just recover but surpass that 0.23 limit. Keep also in mind that the peak happened at a time in which the Tron project was not even 5 months old and was doing a lot more marketing than development. But now the tables are turned. Which brings us to the next reason. Well, several reasons, but they all have to do with the root cause of development. At this point, Tron is a much more robust project than it was months ago. It's secured some important partnerships. One of them happened just recently, with Line. It's gone 100% independent from the Ethereum platform and ERC20 token. Its new virtual machine is already live, and, most amazingly, it bought BitTorrent, no less. Let's talk about BitTorrent. It's the world's main peer-to-peer decentralized information sharing network, with 150 million users worldwide. It's enormous, and it's the only relevant service of its kind because it drove every competitor, eDonkey, eMule, etc., out of the market. Tron announced as the current month began that Project Elastic will be a fusion of sorts of Tron and BitTorrent in such a way that BitTorrent will use Tron's new mainnet as its base platform. That alone will increase BitTorrent's performance significantly, but there's more. Tron plans to use TRX tokens to create incentives for torrent users to seed their content for longer times. And there's 150 million of them. All those users will become, maybe some unknowingly, new Tron users that will be driving the network and will be creating demand and utility for TRX. Another new feature in the Tron environment is the virtual machine, which has been getting excellent reviews. Some have called it the most versatile two-lever to hit the cryptosphere, and they compare it to the 80s TV character MacGyver, who was famous for his ability to build a nuclear bomb using only duct tape, 2 spoons, a saucepan and a Swiss Army knife. To keep things short, let's say that today's Tron is a different beast than it was a semester ago. The community is much bigger, more committed, and while back then it seemed like the promise of an excellent blockchain project, many of the features envisioned for the future are now a reality. Today Tron has real utility to solve real-world problems, which means that when the next bullish run shows up, Tron is going to explode spectacularly. Last but not least, I probably have noted this several times in my articles in the past, we're talking about a very young project. It's barely 1 year old, and it's already achieved so much in such a short time. Just imagine what it will do over the next year now that its foundation is laid and has proven to be substantial. Mark our words. Tron will explode. The last couple of days' highs are just the beginning, sooner or later. Don't sell just yet. And yes, it hasn't uncoupled from the king, Bitcoin, as yet, so if market shakes, it will follow the footsteps too, no matter what it does as of now, but Tron looks bound to succeed ultimately. Patient ones might have their dream car,